Looking into the group stages is, of course, over in the Group F, aka the Group Death. That's right. 8 goals split between 2 games, and, of course, no winners. We'll take a little look at that next. That's right, folks. Back once again with another match review. Looking back at, of course, in the Group F match between the World Champions up against the Euro Champions. What happened at the end? I'll take a look at it in just a second. A big shout out to the VRPs. They are the Patreons. Thank you for supporting the channel, boys and girls. And if you are interested, check out the links down below in your description. Of course, Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, and of course, Patreon as well. And of course, if you are new, smash your subscribe. Your one-stop shop for Euro 2020 is right here. So here we go, boys and girls. Recap the game between La France up against La Portuguese, of course. 2-2 in the end. Goodness gracious me. It was the tails of the penalties. Goodness gracious me. 3 penalties converted in a game where, of course, with 4 goals, two legendary scorers for both nations. Of course, Cristiano Ronaldo is now the outright goal scorer, international level number 1, beating Ali Dai of Iran. 110 goals, maybe, something like that. I don't know. Crazy stats, whatever it is. But anyway, it was a case of the penalties. 2-2 in the end. Ronaldo actually gave Portugal the lead on the 30th minute. Before Karim Benzema levelled on the 45th minute, before taking a lead again in the second half on the 47th minute. It wasn't until the hour mark that Ronaldo and Portugal levelled it up on 2-2. Of course, with 30 minutes to spare, it ended up 2-2 in the end. The result that saw both of the nations go through to the knockout stages, France as winners and Portugal, luckily, as one of the best third-place teams. We'll take a look at the table and all that permutations in a minute. Of course, look at the stats then. 52% possession for the French, 48% possession for the Portuguese. And, of course, a lot of shots on the day. 11 in favour of French. Of course, 5 of them off target. We had 5 on target and 1 was blocked. The Portuguese had 48% possession, 10 shots as well, 5 off target. They had 5 on target as well. It's a pretty even Steven match when you look at it. Just the one corner in the whole match going in favour of La France. They had more passes as well, 592 to 542 for the Portuguese. 544 reached their intended target for the French, with a 94% success rate. As for the Portuguese, that 492 of their passes reached their target. That's 91%. Goodness gracious me. The aerial duels were bossed by Portugal, of course. But yeah, the situation leaves them both happy. Of course, both go through at the end of the day. It was a roller coaster of events. One stage, of course, France were heading out. Well, at least they were never heading out. Of course, they were already confirmed their spot. It was just whether they would land. It was also rotating as who was going to take on England, and ultimately it ended up being Germany being the team that will face England. France got a favourable draw, Portugal got a difficult one, and we'll show you all of that in a minute. Let's take a look at the shot grid right here, right now. Of course, the Portuguese are the green or the light blue, whatever you want to call it. A couple of long range efforts as well. One of them stung the fingers, of course, or at least got on target. There's one of them must have been a goal. Of course, the penalties, of course, right there. As for the French, quite a few long range efforts as well, a couple of tight angles as well to try and get the shots on there. As for the Portuguese heat map, of course, keeper Patricio right here, keeping himself busy. Could be on the move to Roma. And again, a left-hand side, a lot of possession coming up forward. Semedo was on the right-hand side. He's been getting a lot of controversy or a little bit of a harsh opinion from the Portuguese faithful. But matey boy Guerrero on this left-hand side, coming up and down, trying to keep the movement flowing. And again, very sparse up forward. Of course, just the centre spot seemed to be very, very active. As for the French, again, Lloris on this hand side, much more consistent possession for French, both on the left and the right-hand side. And again, a little bit less going forward as well. Let's take a look at the touch map. Here is the Portuguese once again. And as you can see, when they did go forward, it was more often down the right, as you can see down here, trying to stretch the play out that way. As for the French, again, more consistent, a bit patchy in the absolute midfield, but for all said and done, not bad display in the. Let's take a look at the starting lineups then, shall we? We're going to kick it all well off with Portugal, Patricio between the sticks, Pepe, Diaz, Herrero, Semedo make up your back four, Daniel Pereira in the defensive midfield, start with João Moutinho, Renato Sanchez got the start with Jota and Bernardo Silva on the wings, Ronaldo up top with a couple of goals as well, still chipping in, goal scoring machine. Lloris between sticks for the French, Kempepe, Varane, Hernandez got a start, and Koundé as well. They could change it up a bit because they knew they were already through. We also saw the likes of Kante returned to the fold, Pogba as well. Corentin Tolisso did start. I don't think he started prior to this. Kylian Mbappe on the left, Griezmann down the middle. Actually supporting Benzema up top. Take a look at the subs then for you for Portugal. We did see like some Diego Dalot coming on, Ruben Neves as well, Palina, Sergio Oliveira, with Bruno coming on for a little bit as well to try and get some more attacking avenues on there. As for the French, we saw Lucas Digny. He came on and back off. Robot coming on, Sissoko, and Kingsley Coman as well. Take a look at the match ratings. And of course, Ronaldo with an 8, Benzema with an 8 as well, Griezmann with a 7.1, 7.9 though for Paul Pogba. Not a bad display for him. Renato Sanchez with 7.1. He might have done himself a little bit of a plus points considering the rest of the Portuguese displays. A lot of 6s knocking around. Down the foot of the table here, you can see the action zones. Again, a lot of yellow cards for the French. For the likes of Fernandez, Kimpembe and Lloris. I don't know about the discipline heading into the knockout stages. But yeah, Ronaldo's got the bit between the teeth, and of course he's looking for that golden boot. So take a look at what's been said on social media then, shall we? Kick it all off with Rocky Gill. Excellent game of football and illustrates the levels that England need to reach if we want to win Euro 2020. Both teams played to win and have the quality players to change games, which is crucial in the knockouts. Group of death. Moses Asuta said, proper football match, congrats to both teams. Only ref was the clown. Aiden said, that was one hell of a thrilling game. Annie said, it was a great game, but I have to say that I have seen the best football of all time play. The top scorer with the team, the record breaker. Thank you, Cristiano. Samia said, what a game, what a sport. Fair result, not sure because of that penalty decision, but a very enjoyable game of football. Jose AFC says, say it with me, Cristiano Ronaldo is the greatest footballer of all time. Da 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 da. You can say that with him if you want to. Renata Singh Reina said, great game of football. Portugal got 2 penalties, which is mostly easier to score than a normal goal. France got 1 penalty, of course. Diaz, the left behind poet, said, dreading the sea. Oh, that's about Robus. You don't want to know about that. If you want to know that, smash your subscribe button. Well, just smash the subscribe anyway. Let's take a look at the situation in the group. Then here we go, coming at you. France, of course, top the pops with 5 points. The Germans are second, 4, and of course Portugal go through as one of the best third place teams. Hungary unfortunately go home after a spirited display. A lot of goals in this one, as you can see. Any major surprise? Well, a couple of surprises. The Hungary-France game was probably the biggest surprise, and also getting a point out of the Germans. Let's take a look at the bracket then, shall we? Here is how it all panned out at the end, heading into the last 16, of course. The French will take on the Swiss in, of course, an encounter this side of the bracket. Of course, the winner will take on the likes of Croatia or Spain. As for Portugal, they will take on the Belgians. Goodness gracious me. With the winner of them likely to place either Italians or the Austrians. Again, these two nations could actually meet up in the semi-finals if things goes well. Of course, they could end up meeting the Germans in the final if everything else works out a treat. And, of course, it would be the group of F. That's it, my friends. That's all I've got for you. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, smash the old thumbs up. Smash your subscribe. Of course, we look forward to these, the last 16. We're going to have the watch-alongs back from Saturday all the way through to Tuesday. And, of course, into the quarterfinals. So make sure you come by. Make sure you smash the thumbs up. Make sure you smash the subscribe. Of course, check out the links in the old description. I'm on Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, and, of course, Patreon as well. But until then, I'll see you soon for the next one. Whenever that is, I'm out.